when I'm training an elite player or training a weekend golfer, my approach doesn't differ at all. My approach is all based on what we call the improvement cycle, and the improvement cycle is, and it's interesting because I get a lot of business people who come along to me and I say, okay, now when you're running your business, what do you do? And they say, well, we make an assessment of where our business is, and then we set realistic goals of where we want our business to be, and then we set about specific activities to achieve those goals, and then after a month or a week or whatever the timeline we set, we come back and we reassess and say, okay, this is where we are. We make adjustments, set new goals, set new strategies in place to achieve those goals, and we continue on that cycle. And I say, well, when you play golf, what do? Well, if I hit a bad shot, and on the next shot I try not to hit a bad shot. So that's what we call the reactive cycle. So virtually every business person, they understand the difference. They know what the improvement cycle is because that's what they apply to their day-to-day life in business. They also know what the reactive cycle is, and if you were, for instance, in the markets and the market took a bit of a downturn overnight, you don't rush out and panic and sell off everything just because of a little bit leap in the market. But if you hit a big slice, for instance, off the first tee, you find yourself halfway down the first swing trying to first fairway trying to rebuild your golf swing, and that's a fairly typical reactive cycle. So my training is based on whether it's a recreational golfer or a tour pro, is the improvement cycle. We make an assessment in the 4 training areas because I need to know, even with a recreational golfer, what their body's capable of doing. 4 training areas of physical, strategic, technical and mental. Make an assessment, set some realistic goals. I like about a 1-month improvement cycle. These are some strategies and things that we can do, activities over the next month to have a small improvement in each of these 4 training areas. Then we'll come back after a month, reassess and then keep on going. In theory, if you did 12 improvement cycles a year and each one gave you about a 1% improvement, at the end of every year, every golfer would be a very happy golfer.